right. Hey, it's me, Johnny Fox, and you're watching the latest Sniktcast, and I am not going to be alone. I don't think. Seem to have had a few technical gremlins. Again, I don't know why. Venom. That's my boy. Nah, that's my boy. No, not really. Miguel O'Hara's my boy. 2099. All the way. Badass. Darker. Kicks ass. Love that guy. So, hey, we are going to be talking, hopefully. Oh, here we go. I might have, by the wonder of modern technology. Go on. Go. What's wrong with this thing? Let's go. No. So this thing is pissing me off today. I was looking forward to this one. Hey!
I don't know if it's working.
Speak. Hey, there we go. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey! We got a show,
Hi.
kids. So, we're running a little bit late. That's okay. These things happen. Right.
Technology for you though, innit?
Here to make our lives easier. Or so they say.
Oh, for sure.
It's also, I'm quite ready to bow to my AI overlords, to be quite honest. They can fucking have my job. But enough about me. We're here to talk about this person down here. And,
the pressure.
yeah, this is time for some shameless self-promotion. Why don't you tell the kids who you are and what you do?
Well, I'm Mel, but I'm known as Happy Alien Photography. I cover, well, I do a bit of mixing and matching around photography. I like to do different themes. I can do landscape, portraiture, but at the moment I've been working on surrealism, but everything's like around the theme of space, aliens, robots, stuff like that. Something that's like different, and I like to explore. I like weird things, so my work revolves around that. But I don't know. I like to experiment with different things, so it shows my skills more. But yeah. I don't know what else to say.
No, that's great, and it's all about telling your story. I think art, well, whatever medium you choose, it's telling your story, and nobody can tell it the way you can. Whatever you think of your technical skills, what you're doing, if it comes from a place of integrity and a place of passion, because you just have to do it. You don't even really know why. Like, there's a million other things you could be doing with your day. You know, you could be watching bullshit reality TV or whatever, but instead you're doing art, whatever form that might take. And not everybody does that. Not everybody's wired up that way. And it's incredibly intriguing to get to talk to people and try and find out why they do what they do.
Yeah.
They might not even know.
No. It's just like I have to be creative just to stay sane. Like I have to do something or
Yeah, it's like the cliche artist answer, but it's so true.
oh, it is true. It's like when you see people that struggle with mental health and they like lose motivation. And it's like with me, I just want to keep creating something because it helps me in the end. And I've always been a creative person, and I don't know. I like to help people in my creativity as well. So like a bit of inspiring,
Definitely.
but generally, what I do really helps myself. Like you just look at it and you're like, I made that. No one else did.
No,
I made that, and it's just like it's
straight.
quite good. Like especially having Happy Alien as a platform, it like represents who I am, really. But don't know. It's just
it's super brave. Anyone who makes any form of art, whether it's music, photography, painting, sculpture, whatever, when you put it out there for public consumption, that's just so fucking brave, you know? Because you don't know whether they're going to love it, hate it, or just not give a shit. You know, it's not easy to do that. To take that, a lot of people can be incredibly creative for their own cathartic needs, and that's great too.
yeah.
When you put it out there, when you take that next step, that's quite special. It's not easy. It's
No,
pretty
it's
brave.
not. I mean, I've spent. Oh, when did I start Happy Healing? Like 2020. I was talking to an ex at the time, and we were like talking about photography, and I wanted something unique to name. And obviously, we discussed Happy Alien, and that name just stuck because it's like it represents who I am. Because I'm a person that likes interesting things like conspiracies, stuff that are quite hidden, like with the government, especially like aliens and everything. I'm a doll collector. I like graphic novels. So really, Happy Alien's it's basically overall me, and I find that because of my creativity within photography, I can like mix all that together and produce art that basically represents how I see the world and everything. So,
Oh, that's great. So, what made you? How can I put it? So, what made you lean towards photography? Of all the things out there you could do, maybe you've tried a bunch, and photography topped the list, or just because it seemed easier, you were better at it than other things you've tried, or
I've always been interested in photography. When I was young, I used to have scrapbooks of paparazzi pictures of celebrities.
yeah.
I would always cut them out, put them on page, like stick them in pages, because it's like
That's
that
that's
life's
that's a lot of hard work. Now you just need to follow Snikt, and you get the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah. And I would like be interested in how these people take photos of celebrities. I know it's a bit weird, isn't it? And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, they're like stalkers and such like that. But it's just
Yeah.
inspired me. And then towards my late teens, I started college and I did art, carpet drawing. Uh, and then I thought, oh, maybe I'll give photography a go. But I did that at college and I did a university degree on it. Learned nothing while doing the course. It was basically writing. I never did really much photos,
Yeah.
but I would always do it as a hobby anyway. And then over the years, I've like learned skills. Obviously,
Well, this is true. This is it, kids. You can't teach this shit, right? You either do it or you don't. Pretty much. It's again because it's you. It's your story. I I used to draw. I used to draw. I used to be pretty good. I say used to because I think the less you do a thing, the less you want to, and the worse you get at it. Should you try doing it again? But there was a time I was pretty good. I was told that I was pretty good. I was told I should go in that direction, like with college, university, and so on. But the hippie arty farty side of me was just like, you can't grade this. You know, you can't tell me if this is an A or a fucking C or a D because it's art. So
yeah,
it's up to the put. You don't like it, but someone else thinks it's fucking awesome.
it's like,
So
what's the
screw you.
question? What
What's
is
the
art,
point? Yeah.
really?
So you can't. I mean, you can teach techniques, but you can't really teach, the soul.
Yeah,
Is
because it's
which is
like,
really melodramatic, but like it's true.
I mean, it is true, really, because art is art. It's how you see things, really. And with the fact that when I studied photography, I felt like I was getting judged
Yeah, exactly.
for what I
Yeah.
was producing. So I had this tutor, not going to name, and he would expect you to be like him with the
Yeah.
photography. And it's like, but I'm not you. There's so many
Exactly.
photographers that are all different in how they see the view of how they do the work. And
That's the trick. That's the trick. Finding your voice.
yeah, and it's like I want to be different than others. I get that. You can see that I get inspired a lot by other photographers and dead night photography. Messy Bed was sold as art, so it's a subjective. People like different things.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is true. And
Exactly.
yeah, art is
Excuse
art.
me.
It's like you can't be the same. Like you got to have a different perspective on it. But with mine, I just like to experiment and do all sorts.
Yeah.
Really.
If quick story. Past life. Used to be in bands. Used to do the music thing, and at one point we had men in suits, record company people sniffing around one particular lineup, which I really liked and I thought was pretty good. And I was like the main songwriter of the group. And what I thought was really good about our band was the diversity. Was there's a slow one, there's a fast one, there's a hard one, there's a soft one, there's a bit of this and a bit of that. We certainly weren't, I didn't think it was boring. A big thing for me, if I don't know if you know Faith No More at all, but they were huge influence on me, still are really. Um, and one guy, I'll never forget that one guy took us to one side after a gig, and his thing was, right, I've heard a lot of different styles up there tonight. Now, you're much better at one than the others. He said, I'm going to leave it to you, and I can sell that. I'm going to leave it to you to work out which one that is. Come back and see you in a few months, and if you've worked it out, come with me, kids, and I'll make you a star. And some of the other guys in the band were like, all right, it's probably this one, it's probably the girl. And I was like, fuck him.
Yeah.
No, not happening. I could not do that. I could not. Oh, I'm just going to make that song over and over and over again because some dick in a suit thinks that's something he can sell because he can make money.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to make art. I'm trying to get therapy here.
Yeah.
I need this variation. So I can relate to that.
Yeah. It's, like you said, therapy is therapy in the end. Because obviously, I suffer from depression and anxiety, and it's just like uh, my work helps me with that. And sometimes I put that into my work, and then sometimes I'm like, nah, I'll not do that. I'll do something more arty.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just want to be
Yeah.
different, and I
How?
find, yeah.
Go on, sorry.
I was just saying, like, to be different and to always be creative. Like, I don't want to stop doing it, and I don't want to change for anyone. Um, I do want to evolve. Like, I do want to make prints and merch and stuff. Hopefully, that's something for this year, for 2024. But
Great. You heard it here first, kids.
yeah,
Happy
it'd be
Alien
great.
merch coming soon.
Or I just need to find some models for it. I keep asking around, like, what size here? Do you want a model for me? All that jazz. But
Oh,
I just like Happy Alien. It just suits me.
yeah.
And I think it's such a catchy name. And it was that time when I was talking to my ex at that time. And it just came about. And I'm like, that just stuck
It just
with
felt
me.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, with my photography, I have learned a lot. And I think I have got better over time. So if you look at my work for when I first did photography, like when I first did Happy Alien, you can tell I was taking loads of pictures of hands and stuff like that. And obviously, and then I got more into portraiture. You can see I'm doing more surreal work, doing colour restorations, so like colouring in old pictures. I don't know, you just see this whole development. And then with the surrealism work, it's like, I think that's like my best type of work that I've done so far. I would love to get more into portraiture, but I'm just a bit shy to ask people. I'm not a confident person. I might seem like it to other people, but I don't like to really talk to people, especially like going up to someone saying, "Oh, you look beautiful. Can I take a picture of you?" Especially living in a town in Rotherham, where I'm from. You don't get many like interesting characters. They just look a bit all mean and like they're all ready to like rob you or something. It's like, I don't want that.
Oh, just keep putting. People will come to you. You just keep doing what you're doing, putting it out there.
Yeah, it's just
People
like
people share, and
it's
like
like
we tend to gravitate towards, like-minded people. We tend to find each other. We can smell our own.
oh yeah, definitely. It's like I like to inspire people, and I do connect with people that also do photography. Trying to think of some names, can't remember. My brain's just gone.
No, we're not here for them anyway. We're not here for that. I'll talk to them another week. We're talking to
Another
you. We're
week.
talking to Happy Alien.
Happy
If you just joined, kids, we're talking to Happy Alien Photography. And so as it stands right now, this phase of, shall we say, career, but so could people contact Happy Alien for a commission for anything, maybe, or like
I mean,
maybe if they want to, they could put on a T-shirt or maybe an album cover or something.
I think that would be great, but at the moment, it's something in the books to like do. But I'm just still figuring it out. Because obviously I work part time, and then obviously I've got Happy Alien, so it's still like figuring out. I would love to do photography as a main career, but hopefully this year, probably I'll got it figured out. I would love to do commission work. I always wanted to do an exhibition.
Yeah.
I was going to ask permission at Clifton Park Museum, because that's obviously the best like place to do it, but I don't think I could, because it's like, especially cost worthy with prints and all that, and then obviously trying to make it look good. But that's like a sort of dream, an exhibition.
Oh, it's good to have goals, because I've seen enough Happy Alien stuff now by this point, since first discovering your site. I can see that. Like, I can envisage that. I can picture that,
Yeah.
I mean, for the sort of gallery, I can see that. And that'd be pretty cool. I'd like to see that.
I know it would be great. Like, it would actually make my life 100 times better if that happened. But it is a goal. It's just, I'm still figuring myself out. Like, I've gone through so much crap in my life lately, and it's like Happy Alien's like my escape. But I want to further that on and almost build an empire from it. Be like the Kardashians, makeup, like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a planning thing at the moment where it's going to go. But I still produce work, and like I said, I'm hoping to get into more portraiture, because I quite like portraiture and stuff like that. I'm not a fancy photographer. Like, you see all these photographers, like, they do all the gadgets or the cameras and all that. I don't know nothing about cameras. compared to my other photography friends and the people that I follow on Instagram,
Yeah.
and how they know the technology and how they know the cameras, and I'm just one of them useless ones that have no clue. I just produce photos,
Yeah.
and I know I shouldn't really call myself a photographer because obviously I know about cameras, and it's like I'll just chillax and actually create the photos, not like the basics like ISO and like I said, I don't even bloody know. I think I learned a little bit at college and all that, and then from there, my brain cells.
Well,
Like,
it's just finding a way to get what's in here and what's in here
yeah,
out there, and you'll make that happen
oh,
somehow.
definitely. Oh,
Just force it out into the world, give birth, and then it's somebody else's problem.
oh, definitely. But it's like I don't want to show off because it's like I've had so many like comments in my life saying, "Oh, it's just always about you, isn't it?" And it like, always rewinds in my brain. But it's like end of the day, my work. Why
Yeah,
can't I show it off? It's like if you want to be who you want to be, do it. And I feel like I've got very confident over the years. And
yeah. I,
but it like on Instagram when I'm posting, likes they used to bother me. Like I used to love like getting loads of likes. Like you crave that like attention, don't you?
yeah.
And and then for the last year and such, I'm like, I don't really care. Only bit that I care about is producing artwork and getting it out there and like see if people actually get inspired by it.
One of the greatest things, one of the greatest pieces of advice ever given to me, and the point in me really passing it on when I have like no career or fame or wealth or anything. So what use did it do me? But it's how you use it. So do better than me. But I think it's true, and I do keep repeating it. Is especially for us sort of artistic types, is fuck the fans. Because there was a time when you didn't have any, and you made the art anyway. Again, I'm just saying because whatever medium you choose to share your soul in, it applies. You didn't have any when you started, and you did it anyway, and it's doing that is why you now have some. So, and they have their favorites. So when they kind of want you to keep making ones like that, but you want to make some like this, the temptation, and some people will be, well, make them like that because that's what they like. No, you do what you want to do. Every fan you might lose in this new direction that you've taken, you'll just gain three. So it's really not worth worrying about that. I mean, we've got to love them, and we've got to respect them, and we've got to support them, we've got to thank them for liking what we do, of course, of course. But ultimately, when it comes down to that creative process, it's just you. You please yourself, and you can like it or not. Ultimately, we don't care. We love you and thank you if you do like it, but at the same time, if you don't, jog on. No big deal.
Yeah. And I don't know, it is a competitive world though, isn't it, really? But as long as
It
you
is.
as long as you like making
Every,
stuff.
I mean, especially for you particularly. I mean, everybody's got a camera in their pocket with the decent bit of software and some decent editing tools without having to try, without really having to, like I said, look into the technicalities and buy shit. I knocked up many, I think, half decent posters in my time for band stuff. Made a couple of cool T-shirts. Band shite. It's not something I want to do, but I've stood back and gone, actually, considering I know nothing, and I've used a few, templates and stuff, and just dragged and dropped a few bits and pieces. It's that easy. They look pretty pro. Some of them look dog shit, but like some of them actually look pretty good. So yeah, a lot of competition out there.
Oh, definitely. It's like when it comes to your own work, it's like back in the day, I used to think, oh, my work actually good enough.
Although
I was actually at this point, like I think 2 years or early last year, I just wanted to stop. Like I just didn't want to do it anymore. And it's like, and then I thought to myself, like, it is a platform where I can show my work and maybe people will be interested in it. And then later on last year to now, it's that point where I actually do produce good work, and it's like I don't really care if no one likes it, because it's like I made that, and I just want it on a big print out. Like I ain't got the money for it. I wish I did. But like, do you know, like one of them billboards?
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Them involved would be great.
How often, if ever, have you ever feel like you've maybe completed a piece, if not binned it, but just deemed it not for public consumption, just gone, some of the bad, it just made you go, no. What have I been doing? And put it aside, or do you kind of let everything fly?
I mean, I let everything like fly. Like if it don't, I mean, I've thrown some like say self portraits. I'm very picky with how I look at myself with my portraits, like myself is on my personal Instagram and all that. Like if it does not look good, I bin it, because it's like I don't want people to like look at me that way.
Yeah.
Like I'm not, like I say, I'm not a confident person, especially in the way I look, and I'm quite picky with like when people take pictures of me, because it's like I don't want to look ugly. But in regards to like the work that I'm currently doing, it's all like mix and match. Like anything can just work together, especially with my themes with like aliens and spaceships and planets. Can't really go wrong with it. But it's just like really hard work to actually like to make it look like a piece in a sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I have ups and downs with works. It's like I quite like it when people enjoy one particular work than the other on my Instagram mostly.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Can I say that I quite like all my work that I've done so far?
Of course you can.
It's like the only way like that I know that I'm doing quite good, and it's like I can develop from there. So with Photoshop that I actually like do it on, you've got the generative fill, so AI. So that's really helped me a lot with my editing, because it's like I can produce something and then like work from there. So if I type in a cow in the search bar, I'm like, oh, I can work from that, and then like start like getting pictures from Google, Pinterest. Sometimes I might steal a picture from Instagram. You never know. Like everything, like not your own, is it? Really, everything's all like reused.
No.
So it's like,
See, I know a lot of people. See, we mentioned AI, so let's go there. So it ruffles a lot of feathers, especially in the art world. A lot of people are dead against it. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of the system and how it works and how you do things. I know recently the Marvel show Secret Invasion, they AI generated the title sequence apparently, and everybody lost their minds and was like, "It's horrible, it's terrible." They could have been paying a human to do that. Well, the human did do that. AI didn't just do it. A human Maybe they didn't do a great deal. Maybe it's a different skill. They clicked some mice and they typed in some words or whatever. But like, AI didn't just do it. AI didn't come phoning Marvel up like, "Hey, AI here. I've got some titles for you. If you want to use them, that'll be $1 million." That's not how it works. There were still humans involved in that. It's if used correctly, it's a tool, the same as the paintbrush or anything else, the camera. And I have no problem with that. I've seen a few artists, and they openly like, this was done by. They name the software and shit, and I don't know what that means, but they give credit to the AI as well as themselves. Yeah, I get some people like, yeah, but if you were to get paid for that art, like almost like it's not fair because she didn't make the art, the AI did, and it's like, not really. I don't think that's quite how it works.
Oh yeah, definitely. And got a comment? I can't even pronounce that name.
It's pronounced Sean.
Sean. Sean.
Sean.
AI
Sean.
shouldn't be used as a tool. Artists shouldn't be replaced. Should be used as a tool. Shouldn't be
Yes.
replaced. I mean,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. The artist should not be replaced. It should be a tool. And as long as it's a tool and not a huge, muscly, naked Austrian man chasing you down the street with like one red eye, then it's all good.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I know how technology is evolving all the time, and with my new experience with AI, I absolutely love it. It's a laugh when I start like doing random, if I do my own personal pictures, like I've done one when I'm riding a horse, I've done one when I'm pregnant, I've done one as a wedding, like I'm a bride. It's just like it's a fun part. Um, but like I say, I use AI as a starting point for my work. So I'll type in something, see what that looks like, and then I'll work from there.
Yeah.
But I don't like how AI, like when photographers use it as portraiture, because it's like these are computed people in a sense. You haven't took that photo.
Right.
And it's like if you're going to do portraiture, you want that realistic aspect of that person in a sense.
Yeah.
Whereas with surrealism and stuff like that, it's all made up anyway. It's just how you see it. It's like how your brain creates that. And I think it's quite a good tool in a sense for that. But you see artists like, I don't want it to like take over the real thing, like going out and taking a photo. Because of course you can create something that looks like the photo. Like if I went to a farm, like a field, and I take the photo, it's like I've took that. But nowadays with AI, you can just type that in, and behold, it's done.
Yeah.
And it's like it loses that like creativity in a way because you've just basically just typed it and not actually gone out and seen it for yourself.
Yeah.
But if you like doing collages and all that, it's quite a good tool to use. I quite
Yeah.
like it. So
I'm pretty sure as AI gets better and better and better and advances, it'll get closer and closer. But I don't know. I like to think it can never do that. That whatever it is that an artist does, that the human soul, that whatever it is that your eye sees in that field. So you point the camera in that particular direction because of the light, the way the wind's blowing something. I don't fucking know. I'm not artistic in that way, but that's something that it's going to have to advance to ridiculous levels of advancement. That's a long way away. It's advancing pretty fucking quick, as is its want, and that's the whole point. But yeah, the artist's soul, that's going to take some doing. It'd be interesting to see how things pan out. I'm not scared of it, but yeah, I have no problem with people using it as a tool at all. If
Yeah,
it
it's like
helps.
it's something new, and it's like a way to experiment. It's like as soon as I got it on my Photoshop on my iPad, I was straight on that. I love it. It's like I was straight on it. I was stealing people's pictures and see what they would look like. Um, I don't know, like typing in certain objects. It's like what they would look like that. It's just really fun, and how it's helped me with my artwork as well. It's like, oh, I could type in this to add this. Like if I wanted like a planet, I'm like, I'll just type in Jupiter, and boom, it's there. And it's like, oh, I've thought of that in a way. I didn't create it.
Yeah.
I typed it in, and I'm
No,
like,
without you, it's still going to be. But without you, there is no picture.
yeah,
You had to have that idea, that
that is
inspiration,
a
that
good quote.
that
That
insanity of his like a old sort of Greek marble statue and a 50s flying saucer. And as I'm always thinking, is the saucer transporting the cow down or abducting it away?
yeah.
I just spend hours. This is why a huge fucking canvas in a gallery on display. I'll be stood there like for days staring at this fucking thing, like trying to get a magic eye picture to work because I'm terrible at that. I'll just be stood there just wondering. I want to know this cow's story. I want to know which way it's going. I want to know if it's the same cow from that other picture because this cow's been on a hell of a ride.
And it's like you as a viewer and how you view it. Like you've got so many thoughts going in your head
Yeah,
when you see a piece as well. So it's just like how both sides see work, artwork, especially with like photography as well. So it's like how people view each side. So you've got you creating it and how you process it, and then obviously
yeah.
you've got your viewer and see how they process
But
it.
there's got to be parallels there. Keep talking about me. That's not what we're here for. But parallels there with like songwriting, like what I wrote, what those lyrics mean to me. But once they're out there, when someone else hears them or reads them, they take something from it and they can go, "Oh, I love that song that's about something," and like it's fucking not. I'm racking my brains trying to think, what fucking song's that? I don't remember writing a song about bananas. But that's what they think, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I'm not going to correct anybody and go, no, no, no. It's actually about my fucking insecurity and mental health issues. No, if you think it's about bananas, bananas are great. If bananas get you up and dancing and buying a t-shirt on the way out, then bananas it is.
Oh, might do an edit about bananas now.
Space bananas,
Yeah,
alien bananas.
that's so good.
Um,
It's like imagine if like I always thought of producing a happy alien drink. Do you know like
yeah,
Prime? And it's like, oh, what about happy alien like works? But it's like there's so many accounts and there's so many like clothing productions of what's say happy alien. So it's like, oh, I can't really use that, can I? Probably get sued. But I don't think I'm that. I'm not that confident to get that far yet, just yet.
yeah. I keep worrying about Snikt, to be honest. It's not my word. I mean, the people who know what it means know what it means, and it's yeah. But it just again, it was something we were kicking. I was supposed to do this with a friend. It was supposed to be a duo thing back around the same time as yourself, about 2020. Yeah, a lot of different names were kicked around, uh, but I liked this one, and it works for me. And I've been using it too long to change it now. And the people who like it, and the people who get it. But yeah, I mean, I'm never going to be big. Nobody's ever going to notice. I'm pretty sure Marvel are never going to know.
You never know though. You don't
Wolverine's never going to know that I've stolen his word.
have to like just get out there, don't you?
Yeah.
What's his comments? I like to be the author and the reader. You get enjoyment for both sides. Yeah, you do. And then in relation to the happy alien drink, just make it taste better than Prime, please. Oh, don't worry, I shall. One day. Make it taste like strawberry milkshake. Imagine. That'd be crazy.
Like, it'd have to be like a surreal drink. It'd have to be like the wrong colour for what you think the flavour would be, you know? Like if it's banana flavour, then it's going to be red or blue or something. Just to fuck with people a little bit further, just to get the brain working.
Oh, yeah. It's like, imagine if it were like a thick green drink, like goo.
Yeah,
That would be so cool.
that would be pretty cool. Hey, would you like to play a game?
Of course.
You want to play a game? Let's play a game of true or false.
Oh, dear.
Now that hey, you've got nothing to lose because fucking you've got nothing to win because God knows this ain't monetized and I ain't got any prizes for you. So you know, just a bit of fun. I thought about this only earlier today. So I'm going to throw some alien races at you from like TV, movies, video games, and stuff. Being as you're a happy alien. And you could just give me a true or false. Whether you think that's a real alien race or not real, a real fictional alien race.
I'll give
You
it a
down for
go.
that?
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, you've got a 50-50 chance of getting like every single one
no,
right.
but no, it might be
You know,
myself
just by
off the
guessing.
road. I'll just guess.
It does. Just a bit of fun. Let's try this one. What about a tribble?
A what? What?
A tribble.
A tribble?
A tribble. Not ringing a bell?
No, that sounds like a chocolate. Tribble.
True or false?
I'm going to say true because it just sounds
Hey!
right.
I wish I had some like a big applause fucking noise I could make.
Oh.
I'm gonna look into that. Yeah, Star Trek, the original series. I think they've recently brought them back in one of the new ones as well. They're just a little fucking fluff ball, just a little furry ball, but they multiply.
Oh.
They multiply like something ridiculous. 1 minute there's one, and then there's like 1,000.
Oh, I'll have to look
You
that up.
don't want them stuck in your shafts of your spaceship or any of your shafts, really. I would imagine. Moving on. What about the Asgard?
I've heard that before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that's true.
She's done it again. Hey!
That was a good guess.
It's true.
So
The Asgard.
I've heard that before.
The Asgard kids from Norse mythology. You might know the place where Thor and Odin and the like live.
Yeah.
But the Asgard, I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about the little stereotypical greys, you know, with the big heads and the big eyes, you know, from Stargate SG-1. Yeah, the stereotypical greys in that, they were known as the Asgard. And they all had names like Thor and Loki and etc. when you met them. But they were super cute. And they had really, really... No, I'm going to say, I can say what I want. I can't get cancelled. You've got to be known before you can get cancelled, right? So if I say they had really cute little bums, because it's Stargate, so it's a big portal, and so there's obviously always a lot of shots of people walking into the portal. So after an Asgard visit, then when they leave and wave goodbye, they're walking away, just a cute puppet or whatever, and they're just really cute little flat bums.
I mean, I can't say up because I collect doll figures that I've willied.
Oh.
So it's like
see, only
on
a Sniktcast do you get this kind of intellectual conversation. Only last week we were talking about Supercock. So, you know, every week, Todgers, Willies. It's going to be a weekly thing. I can't wait to see what happens next. Okay, let's throw another one at you. What about, do you know the Borg? Is that true or false?
Borg.
The Borg.
Sounds like a film.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would have like seen in the 50s or something. Sounds like a Star Wars question that. You might be, might not be.
True or false? 50-50.
I'm gonna say true again.
And she's right again.
Ooh.
She's right again. The Borg, of course, from Star Trek. I'm sure people in the comments are screaming, trying to give you the answers, which is fine. I don't care. Star Trek, they're like a sort of techno-organic race. They assimilate people into a hive mind of sort of semi-robotic things. Pretty cool. Let's go for another one. What about Jawas? So this is right up your street. I'm picking all the ones you've seen, all your favourites.
They sound like them, like.
But then you're getting it all
that's,
right.
That's still them little creatures in Star Wars and all that. That's still stuff.
Oh,
But I don't think they're called that.
yeah, the little hoods and just the little beady eyes. Yeah, those guys, Jawas.
Are they called that?
Jawas. Yeah, the Jawas.
So it's true then.
Yeah, she got it. She's on a fucking 100%. 100% string. Okay, fuck it.
We've got dead night photography going. I'm being good. I'm not giving any answers away.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, help
We don't really care.
me here. Help me. I might.
What about the Asari? You think about that?
I've never heard of that before. I'm going to say false.
False. She's gone for false for the first time. And for the first time, she's wrong.
Oh.
The Asari are one of the major alien races from the Mass Effect video game franchise. Not a Mass Effect player, obviously. But maybe you should be. Can't recommend them enough.
Oh, I ain't got like the brain to do gaming or anything like that. Like my concentration span's so bad.
Yeah.
Like I've got to be like in it to win it and do it. But yeah, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah. Okay, what about the Nargles?
It sounds like a cartoon. Someone comment. I need help.
The Nargles. For a 50-50 chance. The Nargles. A lot of people blame the Nargles for stuff.
Is it true?
Very, very minor clue. You going with true? She's going with true. And she's wrong again. Oh, no, it's actually false. It's actually a Harry Potter thing. I don't really know what they are. They're like little pixie things or whatever. They steal shit and blame the Nargles.
Oh, I'm blaming the Nargles for this long answer.
Apparently. Okay, what about another one? Let's go for another one. What about Gamorreans?
I'm going to say that's true because that sounds like Marvel, like Gamoria. She's not even got that. Is she? I don't
Gamora.
know. I'm going to say true.
And she's right.
Dun, dun, dun.
She's right. So, all right. Bonus question. Gamorreans. You're right. It's true. Is it Star Trek or Star Wars?
Oh, I don't know. mostly watch Star Wars, but I've only ever seen Star Trek when it's like being on telly if my parents were like watching it. Oh, oh, ooh,
Go for it.
ooh.
Trek
I'm gonna say
Wars.
Star Wars.
Hey! She's got another one.
Woo.
Let's do that. That's fun. Let's do that. Let's just change it up slightly. Star Trek or Star Wars, right? Bothans. Or Bothans. Or Bothans. Star Trek or Star Wars?
Sound like Star Trek.
It's Star Wars.
Oh.
Okay. Last one. Cardassians. True or false?
Kardashians.
Cardassians.
I'm like one of these.
Cardassians.
Is this the true and false
Yeah.
or the Star Wars?
Go true or false.
I think I think it's true because probably people meme him with the Kardashians. I'm going to say true.
And it's true. It is
Oh,
true. Go on then. But is it Star Trek or Star Wars?
I don't know. I'll see what the people in the comments think. Please help. Is it Star Wars or
Open
is
the
it
floor
Star
to
Trek?
anybody. Is it Trek or Wars? And do you trust these motherfuckers?
We've got one Trek. If nobody comments any other, I'm going to go with Trek. Kim Kardashian. That doesn't help the Trek or thingy question. I've not steered you wrong yet.
No.
Still saying Trek, like Trek though. Is that going to be my final answer? Dun, dun, dun. I'm guessing it's Star Trek then.
And you'd be right. You'd both be right.
Yo,
Hey.
Will.
Oh, I wasn't counting, but I think you did pretty well. 50-50
Of course
chance.
I did.
So, if I can keep you a little bit longer. So we'll bring it round to a little bit more snickty stuff. Movies, TV shows. So what have you been? What has managed to keep your short attention lately?
Oh,
Have you dug into anything? Have you're up to date with like the Marvel shit and Star Wars shit?
I mean, with Marvel, obviously I'm a big Scarlet Witch fan, so I haven't really looked at like I haven't really watched the latest Marvel stuff that's actually been released because I feel like I've lost patience with it. I think I just don't know. It's just really weird seeing younger Marvel, like people within Marvel. I get it's like trying to attract younger audiences, but it just like they just seem a bit annoying to me. But lately I've been watching documentaries. So like Jeffrey Epstein and all that. Like I like to watch realistic, do you know, like things that are kind of hidden from society. That quite interests me. I like to watch films that like are based on like in the Victorian era and all that. Like I don't know what sort of films are they called? What kind of category is that?
Like Victorian.
Yeah, like Victorian, medieval, and all
Usually
that.
just go with period
Yeah,
dramas,
like period
which
dramas. I really love them. But Yeah, I just watch a bit mix and match.
You said medieval. Did you see The Duel? Matt
No,
Damon and Ben Affleck.
I think I've watched
Uh,
it, like,
that
thingy, but
I think that was my film of the year that year. The last year or the year before. It's pretty recent.
yeah.
But
But I don't know. Like I said, I had really concentration to watch films, so I like mostly been watching documentaries. Like I was planning on watching this film today. I basically missed half of it because I cannot focus. Just my brain just really wanders,
yeah.
and especially with everything that I'm going through in like life, I just cannot focus at all, and especially because I've been dealing with a lot of pain in my joints as well. So that kind of throws me off. But yeah, I love horror films. But there haven't really been any good horror films because I quite like watching Netflix and all that.
Yeah.
And it's just like they haven't got a good selection, really. There's like no releases. Everything keeps getting remade.
So what do you, yeah. So I know probably a bit of everything, but what do you lean? Do you like more of do you want the blood and the guts and the gore, or do you want like the psychological or like the mystery, maybe the supernatural kind of try and work out what's going on shit, or just the straight up slasher
I
things
mean,
killing things?
I like a good mixture. Like the things I don't really tend to watch is like possession type films.
Hmm.
That freaks me out. So like the new Exorcist film that came out last year.
And to a degree, when you've seen one, you've kind of seen them all. There's
Yeah,
not a great deal of twist you can put in that, really.
yeah.
It's possessed a boy or it's possessed a girl, and I don't know what else can you
It's
really do.
like who's gonna die, blah blah blah. It's like
Yeah,
uh, what was it? Evil Dead Rise. That were that were like a film that were obvious. I met the actress that played. What's she called now? Alyssa
Sutherland.
Sutherland. Yeah,
Yeah.
I met her at Manchester HorrorCon last year, and she's like this tall. I'm like bloody hell.
Wow.
Obviously, she's a model and all that, so you expect her to be like 6 foot. But it's like you get a bit of inspiration from actors and all that, especially. But mostly my inspiration comes from music,
Yeah,
rather than films. I do love films. I've always loved films. Obviously, with my Funko Pop collection, it's always based on films. And I also love TV shows like anime
yeah.
and stuff like that.
So
So
can you just, especially because I'm not talking to another sort of middle-aged bearded guy, can you tell the kids at home anime, or not all of it, is just about big boobed 7-year olds showing their pants and tentacle rape? I mean, it's not like there isn't that, but there's some really, really good psychological dramas and some really deep emotional shit and some great, superhero stuff.
oh, definitely. Like people always associate it with basically child
Yeah,
porn. Don't know
I'm
why.
like, oh, I like anime, and people just give you that look that they don't have to say anything. You can see you have the subtitles in your head that just goes pervert. That's what they're thinking. I don't need any superpowers to know that they think I'm a pervert because I like anime. It's like, no,
Yeah.
it goes in that direction. It goes off. That's not the one for me.
And you like with anime, it's like it tells a story as well. Oh, trying to think of one example. Um, Demon Slayer. That like tells a
So it's
story.
cool.
Like how the main character becomes a demon slayer. Obviously, don't want to spoil it for anyone, but it's like it tells you that story.
Yeah.
But I find with anime, it goes by so fast, so I have to constantly rewatch it because I have no idea what's going on.
It can. And Demon Slayer is gonna go on too long. I'm sticking my neck out. It is good. It does deserve kind of like all the hype that it's getting. It is pretty fucking cool. But it's going to be one of those, because it's good, because it's selling, they're going to kind of keep making it even after they've ran out of story. Like the good, like they have a story they want to tell, and they're either going to keep dragging it out, putting like filler episodes in to keep you away from the story so that they can just make more, or it's just going to go shit and live off its
Yeah, it's just like
name from when it was good. And it's going to go for too long, as a lot do.
it's like with the big main films like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, all them like type slasher films, and they always want to make a prequel, a sequel.
Yeah.
It's just like it fades out. Like you don't get that joy in them anymore. It's like with the remakes of films and stuff like that, it just like ruins it for me. Really, it's just like why are we not coming up with anything new? Like say back in the
Not a lot.
80s and the 70s, and now they were producing all these films. Like I'm watching a documentary on films, and now they came up with all these ideas, and it's like, why is nobody doing this now? There's so many ideas.
You know, people are. People definitely are. You know, the stories are being written, people have ideas, they're around the studios. I've got this film, give me some money, I want to make this film. And they're like, no, it's not on trend, it's not making money. I'm not going to shit on the Marvel movies. I love that stuff, and they can just keep doing it forever, and I'll keep watching it, and I'll probably keep liking it because I'm just that way inclined. Um, yeah, a lot of people talk shit like they've ruined cinema. Nobody wants to see like a proper film anymore. People do, and people will, and people are writing them, and people will make them. But the studios are just are really short-sighted, and they just go, "This is making money now," and they're the only films they want to fund. So, I mean, like, I'm sure you saw Joker, right? The Joaquin Phoenix Joker,
Yeah.
which isn't the Joker. It isn't a DC movie. It's got nothing to do with Batman, or it wasn't supposed to. It was a psychological thriller about a clown stand-up comedian, mental issues. Shit hits the fan. And it'd be a great film with a great actor putting in a great performance. But they kind of figured nobody's going to watch it, and it's going to get lost, and it's going to be such a shame because it's such a good script. But if we loosely kind of trick people into thinking it's a superhero film about that Batman dude, then more people will go see it. And they did. And it made a fuck ton of money and got a sequel where they suddenly decide it is a Batman film, and now it's having Harley Quinn in and shit. So what? He is the Joker? Because you said he wasn't, and it was nothing to do with that. It was a separate thing. But if Harley Quinn's now his psychiatrist and is going to fall in love with him, that's the legit Joker origin story. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And that's kind of disappointing, that they felt like that they have to do that like superhero tie-in in order to get people to watch a decent film. They just go, hey, anybody want to watch a psychological mystery film with a great performance? Kind of a shame.
From a great actor.
A
It's like,
fantastic actor. And people seem to have only just noticed, like he's pushing 60 now or something, and he's been doing this shit for a long time, and he's never not been good.
yeah,
But because he was in a superhero film, which he wasn't, but he was, now everybody thinks he's great. That's what he should, because he is. But like, it took a knockoff superhero film to get people to realize that is a shame. As much as I love superheroes, but it's a shame that has to happen.
it's just what happens nowadays, though, isn't it? And especially with like TikTok, how it like trends. And it's like, oh, it'll get famous from that. Like, the amount of films that I've seen on TV shows that came out years ago, and now all they just getting trended, and then people are like, oh, this is amazing. And obviously, it don't get produced because no one were interested in it back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a weird, strange world that we live in, to be honest.
It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. I think we'll pull through. I think it always does. I think there'll be good shit just around the corner. I really do. Maybe not this year. Maybe not this year, but soon. I think people are
Hopefully.
thinking, yeah, they will. There's some good stuff. When is it out? When is it out? I've already seen it. I'm quite a lucky chap. But there's a film you might like when it's out, which is it should be soon. I've seen it at a festival, and it should be hitting like mainstream stuff anytime. But it's called Late Night with the Devil, and it's I can't not spoil it. Basically, it's set in the 70s. It's a late night talk show host. So a bit like Joker in that sense, the ending or the almost ending, the kind of big finale. Think almost like that sort of scene as like a whole movie. It's a fairly short movie, an hour and a half tops, I think. But it's so good, so good. Everybody will forget it, but I'll be spamming the shit out of it when it's ready because I've seen it and it's awesome. And I'm trying to tell everybody else, you've got to see this. Come with me. Come with me. I want to go see it again. It'll be something I'll be watching several times, I think. That's going to be really good. It stars David Dasmalchin, if that means anything to anyone. If anyone saw Ant-Man or Voyage of the Demeter recently, the Dracula film that's not a Dracula film.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that one. But
pretty goth and kind of cool.
Yeah.
One of those films where like nothing happens, but you enjoyed it anyway, and just kind of go, but why? Because nothing happened. But yeah, I liked it.
But yeah, it was just like, no, I just want more films that are more inspiring and more creative and not just like the same over. I get it's always going to be like the same idea, but it's like put some like effort into it.
Yeah,
like
it's the same. It's the same with bands. If you get a band and they cross over and they get a big hit and it's making money, then the record companies just want to sign bands similar to that one. They don't want to sign this new, incredibly original, unique sounding band. They want to sound that band that sounds like, whoever's cool at the time. That always happens and completely spoils the music business, but that's why it's called business,
Yeah.
Always a shame. All the Nirvana clones back in the day, and then, whatever. Kind of sucks, but there's always the good shit out there somewhere. You have to. In some ways, the internet makes it really easy to find stuff you would have never found, having to go to a record store and like browse through the A to Z and actually spend money on something just because you think the album cover's cool or the title or something like that. And now you can stream stuff or just outright steal and download shit for free and just check it out. Because costing nothing but your time, and if you like it, you're like, ooh, more of this. And if you don't,
yeah.
But in some ways, that also means it's just even easier for things to get completely buried because you've got so much access to so much shit.
It's like with music as well. Like, obviously, my whole time favourite band is Bad Omens. I see them tomorrow. I'm so excited. And for the great, like I said, I really hate TikTok, but it was that platform where I found them and I got influenced by them. And they help a lot with my lyric as well. Especially like my selfies on my own personal Instagram. It's like they quite help me with how I represent myself in a way. I don't know, it's just like the songs are quite in your face and you can relate to them. And obviously the lead singer's gorgeous, so that's an extra.
Fuck lead singers. I hate those guys.
I mean,
If you're the ugly guitarist that stands at the side in the shadows, you're dead.
I mean,
But you're the one who does all the work. If you're the one who writes all the songs, books all the gigs, makes all the posters, designs all the t-shirts, and then people come to interview the band and they only want to talk to that pretty motherfucker.
I mean,
Yeah, fuck those guys.
I hate it when they talk to lead. I hate it when they talk to lead singers more. But I have to admit, he is good looking. But the other band members are quite good looking as well. Like the drummer as well, who's called Nick Folio.
I think that's. I like to think that's what's been my problem. The reason I'm here talking to you in the spare room, live in the metaverse, which sounds way cooler than what we're actually doing. It's because I've just always been in fuck ugly bands. I think I've had the talent. I think we've had the skill, but I just think we've always been minging. I think that's probably been a big problem. It shouldn't be. No, it shouldn't be. It should just be an audio medium, not a visual one, but it is. It's a bit of both.
I mean, I always thought, oh, maybe I'll look good in a band. But I can't play an instrument for a shite. I can't sing. I mean, I always like sing with my friends and all that, like sending them recordings. I don't think I could be a natural singer. I'm too like high pitch in my voice.
Well, no, but that could be that's what makes your voice unique, and that's why someone out there likes your band. That's exactly what they like about it. As we said, it's all art. It's all subjective. You never know.
That's true.
You could give it a go.
And imagine I could actually like get popular as well. The amount of people that get obsessed over me, like, geez, the amount of messages I get. Oh, you're beautiful. It's like, no, I'm not. Back off. It's like,
I would love just once, just somebody message me and tell me I'm beautiful. Just once.
I know, why can't people do this with guys? The male species. I call male species beautiful. I don't want to be called it. I get called it so many times and you just like lose.
I've been cute once or twice, but I think that's because I'm like short and furry. So that people want me as a pet. Not necessarily like a lover or a husband or a protector or any hunter-gatherer or whatever, but as a pet, I'd probably make a good pet. You know, I'll curl up in your lap and just purr and shit. You know, if you're into that.
I'll say I'll play the triangle, but even that takes talent. That is true.
You need the timing. Oh, Johnny is beautiful. Oh,
see,
I have a beautiful,
you're getting the love.
like a fucking beautiful mind. Well, this has been great. I feel like I'm keeping you way too long. We've done a good hour.
Yeah, definitely.
A good hour. Time flies.
I know when you're having fun.
I don't know if it's been great. I've really enjoyed it.
You should keep doing it while you're doing your questions.
So tomorrow you have to see it's I should Bring Me the Horizon, right?
I'm absolutely crapping myself. I haven't been to a concert in 7 years. Ooh. I think the last concert that I went to was I think it was Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, cool.
So that was like many moons ago.
So I guess I don't know, maybe not now, but are you more of a down the front mosh pit, come away with a few broken ribs kind of a girl? Or?
Oh no. I think when I was like 16, I went to a concert. It was Black Veil Brides and Papa Roach. I think it was Crank.
Not enough love for Papa Roach.
And I was standing, so I basically left my sister and my cousin because they were off doing what they wanted to do, and I stood and I was next to a mosh pit, and I've never been so scared in my life because how aggressive they are.
Yeah.
It's like fun to watch it from a distance, but I'm not that type of person to like jump in because I'm very fragile.
Mm.
Like, lifting some like lifting something would hurt. So imagine me like banging into somebody.
Yeah, it's not for everyone, and it's not. I haven't been for a while myself. Certainly not to something on the heavier side. Been to the opera a few times because I'm a class traitor and shit. But yeah, I haven't been to like a heavy metal show for some time. So I kind of wonder if the real, like I said, aggressive, painful mosh pits, if that's even still a thing.
I mean, they're
Really,
very like
by and
thingy
large,
up.
people have kind of chilled out these days. Either if you're going to see an older band, it might be like an older crowd, and therefore we're too old and fragile, and we're going to break a hip and shit if we get up to that anymore. And if you go see a younger, newer band, maybe they're just not into that. Maybe because they're not stupid enough
Yeah.
to do that, or maybe the music just doesn't inspire that same primal frenzy, really, because it's probably more, at least a little more melodic than some of the older stuff, anyway. Which is not a bad thing at all. I'm not. It sounds like a criticism when I say that, but it's not.
I mean, I'm watching it Mother from a great distance, which is a shame because I want to see it like close up, but I don't know how people do standing, and especially near the stage. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, when
I don't like being near people. Near people.
people suck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
we've all met people, and by and large, they're fucking horrible. But that's kind of why I'm doing this, trying to sniff out some decent ones. Anybody, because when you ask someone, if they want to, do things on camera with you, then, the kind of person who says yeah to that instead of slapping is usually a decent person. I'm messing with stuff now. So, bring with the horizon. Local lads, Sheffield boys, kind of done all
Oh
right.
yeah, definitely.
Kind of done all right for themselves. I mean, I remember playing a lot of the same, on quite a few of the same bills back in the day, and certainly all the same venues, like just the day before, the day after, playing with them a few times. Not that they'd remember me, not that I really know them, but just one of those things, just being part of the scene.
Yeah.
At the time, and to think that they are what they are now, you know, uh, one of us, kind of had a much better career than the other.
Just how like luck works in a sense, especially when you
Yeah,
like I said, if you get picked, don't you? And it's like
yeah, because they're not
just quit.
they're they're not here talking to you,
Yeah,
so they've missed out. They've missed out. I bet they're so fucking jealous. Fuck them.
it's like they've got all these crazy people after them. They can't have any like peace. But it's like how much they've evolved though with the music. Because my sister back in the day, like the club scenes and all that, used to hang out with him.
Yeah,
I'm sure she did. And then obviously them getting into doing concerts and gigs, and now they're doing big arenas. It's just like crazy how people get that far. Like the Kardashians,
it can
they were
happen.
nobody, and now look at them, billionaire for like doing nothing.
Well,
It's like how does this
it
work?
helps if you come from a billionaire family in the first place.
I mean, that is
So
true, but it's like
if you go, if yourself, if you had fucking billionaire parents and you wanted to say, I don't want to get a proper job. I want to focus on my art, and they can fund that. They can buy you the tech and they can pay some bills so you've got the time, then you'd probably advance at a quicker rate, and you'd have the time to do the art and the time to promote the art and get yourself out there more, and everything would just increase exponentially, and you'd have much more chance of doing it. It sounds like fucking sour grapes. It's just that it's true.
yeah. I mean,
Unfortunately.
I wish I were that fortunate to have that, but not really. I think I would get so overwhelmed, to be honest. I mean, I get overwhelmed with happy alien sometimes. I'm like, I just can't do this anymore. But you just have to keep going, and hopefully people
You
like
can't,
it.
as you say,
It's like,
you can't stop You can't stop. You'll never stop. Like you say, you need it. You'll have ups and downs, but you need it. You need it. It's healthy. It's healthy.
Yeah, it's
It keeps
good.
keeps you healthy and sane, and that's the most important thing. So you'll always be doing it in some shape or
It,
form, and it'll be as popular or as unpopular as the universe will decide that
yeah,
somewhat. We've got a certain amount of control over things, but generally the universe will decide, I think.
yeah, definitely. It's just how your journey goes and what path you take. But hopefully my path is with photography.
Yeah,
I hope that never stops.
I'm not saying that there's nothing, that hard work and practice and dedication and focus and a vision is unnecessary. Of course it is. Of course it is. But a lot of people have that and still get nowhere. A lot of people are incredibly talented. The next the next Jimi Hendrix, the next John Lennon, the next whatever you're into, whatever the iconic figure of yesteryear, the next Michael Jackson or whatever, and there'll never be another one like that. There will be. In fact, there probably is, but they probably just served you in Pizza Hut. Unfortunately, that's kind of the problem. You know?
It's just
They,
like people just nitpick at everything. Just like pick. Oh, they look good looking. Let's have them. They can sing. We'll choose them instead. Or that actual person that actually has. Like with Kardashians, like I said, they haven't got any talent really. Pick them anyway because obviously they can sell. Whereas people who actually are creative, it's like with directors, isn't it? How they uh, how they have the skill to like actually produce a film. Like they have the skills and knowing what they want, but
the, the
production companies don't want to know that.
yeah,
Know that.
the director's an incredibly underrated part of the process. We all know, everybody knows, we all know as favorite movie stars, and these people earn millions of dollars, and rightly so, and they're on all the covers, and everybody knows their name. Everybody knows who Johnny Depp is. Everybody knows who Keanu Reeves is. Uh, Not everybody, when I have these chats with people, know who directed their favorite movie of all time, and they don't even know who directed it. And it's like, if it's your favorite movie of all time, you should probably know who directed it because he or she's probably directed other films that you'd probably like, given that that one is your favorite film of all time. You know, and it blows my mind why people wouldn't do that small, really quick, just jump on IMDb or whatever kind of research. Just wiki it. It takes 2 minutes, and you'll have
Yeah,
a huge list of body of work that you will probably like. When you're bored and don't know what to do, and I don't know what to watch, and nothing's holding your attention, that'd be something you could do.
yeah.
When you've
Like
watched all the Keanu Reeves films because you like Keanu Reeves, that's great. But pick your favorite Keanu Reeves film, then look at the director, and then watch some other films by that guy. That might work. You might learn something.
yeah,
Find some
everything's
awesome
always
shit.
yeah, and you like always there to learn anyway. Like people just don't want to. Like obviously, I'm not good with names. I'm good with faces. Like if I know the face, I know. Yeah, I've never been good with names.
See, that's why you work in such a visual medium like
Yeah,
photography.
and it's like it it blows my mind when I find that a director's done this specific film and then also done this other film that I like. And it's like, but if I see the face, I'm like, oh, of course. You can tell by the style that they
Connect the
have.
dots.
Yeah, but I always thought I would be a director. At first, I always wanted to do media, like filmmaking,
Yeah.
and then I was like, nah, I can't do it. Um, I'm like, maybe I'll just stick with like stills and go from there. But like I've
Hey,
always imagined
anything could
stuff
happen.
in my head, and then you always think, oh, when I can't remember his name now, who did Scream and Nightmare on Elm Street. Who made
Wes
that now?
Craven.
Wes Craven. He didn't start doing films till like in his 30s.
Oh,
So it's
no.
like maybe my 30s I could start doing films. But it's like I feel like it's too much hard work for me.
I just keep going. It'll keep evolving. It'll keep evolving. Like you said, it's still right now. It could start moving at any time. You might just want to make some kind of fun promo reel to promote your still images. To promote whatever Happy Allen's doing. You might direct the advert for the drink.
Oh, that would be amazing, actually. That's a good idea.
So, because it's your shit. It's Happy Allen.
Yeah.
So you've got to be involved. Even if it's you end up doing something and it involves actually getting other people involved because they have skills that maybe you don't right now or at the time. But obviously you want to be involved and you'll be over the shoulder all the time. So how does this work? How do you do this? How do you do that? And then the next time, be all you. You never know.
It's quite hard because I like a bit of control. So it's like if something like I don't know, I've always been like that. Like I like a bit of control. I don't mind people like doing it because I can learn from that. But it's like I hate it when it doesn't look the way that I want it to look. But I'm always happy to like work with others. It would be nice to work with others and like know how they do things. Like what's the word? Collaborate, something like that. That would be really cool. And I obviously know friends that do photography. So it's like it would be nice, but it's just like I just need to sort.
You might want a good. If you want that sort of push, that kind of next level, let's do something a little out of my comfort zone. Let's do something a little, just a challenge, for yourself, for the art as much as anything else. I want to think of a collaboration you could do, rather than sort of with another photographer, with something that's not that. So you're in control of that aspect of the photography side of things, or that the artistic, this goes here, that goes there, or the kind of side of things. And they're their thing, they're your thing, and trying to get them to blend and create, A plus B equals C,
Yeah.
So you can keep that a certain level of control and try and make it mesh with what they're doing. There'll be compromise involved, in some way, but they bow to you because I don't know fuck all about photography, and you'll be like, well, I don't know fuck all about how to make gooey drinks.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You'd probably just see me crying corner, be like, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know what to do.
Anything could happen, and it'll be fun to see what happens. I'll be keeping an eye on it. I'll be watching this girl's career with great interest. That's a Star Wars quote, kind of paraphrasing the Emperor.
I'll be selling some merch and drinks soon.
Yeah. I think you know what I want? I want one of those. I'd have a hat. I'd buy a hat with the logo. I'd buy a
That's
beanie.
What I'm planning.
A beanie
Yeah, that's
logo.
what I'm planning on doing.
That's
a hat. Because obviously I'm a big beanie fan. So that's like my first thing, getting a hat done. But it's like, I'm still debating my logo. I quite like the logo, but it's like the lettering that's like bothering me on thingy. So that's like something to work on. But for in the next few months, I'm hoping to do prints for sales, and obviously beanies and shirts and jumpers, hopefully, and then be asking random people to come model for them. But you never know.
Yeah. So there it is, kids. Keep an eye. Like, follow, subscribe, share the love, and Happy Alien. Get on it. Check it out. I don't review things. I don't give star ratings. I don't give fucking points out of 10. I don't do that. I like shit. And I did this because I want to do. But if you liked it, I can recommend it. What do I know? I know fucking nothing. So, but check it out. Check it out. And clearly, much, much more to come in the months and years ahead from a fantastic, up and coming artist. Shall we say that up and coming? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Is that good? I'm not saying.
Maybe sounds so fancy.
No, I've seen the work. I don't know if anybody's been and looked. Listen, if you've been bored of us fucking rambling on and you've been for a little gander, I hope you have. If you haven't, you do it as soon as I turn this off. Right? You go have a look, and because each to their own. Of course, we keep saying coming back to this. It's all subjective, but for me, there's some good shit, some interesting stuff that makes you think. You'd say. You have a quick glance isn't enough. You've got to have a bit of a look, and then you start to spot things you might not notice with a quick fucking swipe. You don't want to do that. You want to stop and have a look, and that's why. Oh man, that's why the gallery show would be a fantastic thing. Just the size would help people, and that environment, being on your feet, walking through, getting in, as opposed to the being on the toilet on your phone. That would be so good. I really think there's quite a few of the pieces you've done, and I've probably said something in the comments or whatever. You probably know a few of my favourites, and I think they deserve it, and they'll get it. They'll get it sooner or later. If there's anything I can do, anything you want from me, any promotion, anything I can help with, I don't do much. Nobody gives a shit what I say. You've got more fans and followers than I have, but for what it's worth, I think it's great, and I'll keep bigging it up. So
I'll keep going to you for posters.
I was like fucking 5 minutes in the fucking online editor.
Pretty decent though. I'm sharing it all that. I was like, oh.
Well, not a patch on the real thing though, kids. Happy Alien Photography, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere else they should know?
No, this is mostly that. I'm
That'll do
hoping
for
to
now.
get on TikTok and Pinterest, like showcase my work, but it's mostly Facebook and Instagram.
So there you go, kids. Check it out, get into it, expand your mind, see if you can work out, and then come and let me know. Shoot me a message, write something in the comments. See if you can work out, is the cow going up or coming down?
Down.
Right? These things, I need to know these things. It doesn't keep me up at night, but I find myself distracted thinking about it when I should probably be doing other things while I'm awake. I shit you not. I love that cow. That cow's, I don't know, does a cow have a name? This is really niche. Nobody knows what the fuck we're talking about, but they will after they've gone and checked out Happy Alien Photography and spent hours and hours. Yeah, does the cow have a name? I'm the kind of idiot. I would have named the cow. If I'd used it that many times in my work, I'd have named it, but that's just how my brain works.
What would you name it?
Oh, I don't know. That'd be a very personal thing between me and the cow. If the cow came out of my brain, if I birthed the cow, then I can name the cow. This is your cow.
Oh, I would have to do it. I would have to do a poll to see what I should call the cow.
I'd probably be like really sort of autobiographical, and I'd name the cow after an ex-girlfriend who's, a cow or something. Moving on. We'll leave it. So I'll get a bit personal. I don't like it. I'm on edge now. I'm talking about real things. No. Happy Alien Photography. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm just going to keep repeating it. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to let you go. You got a big day tomorrow.
I'm so worried.
I'm going to let you go, and I hope you enjoy the shit out of that. I really do. I hope it's great. I hope the sound's good. If the sound's fuck, especially if you're not, when you're like upside down with broken ribs in a mosh pit, you don't know these things. But if you're safe and secure somewhere, hoping to enjoy the show, and like the sound's fucking terrible, if it's like too loud, because obviously we love loud music, but it can be too loud and you can't actually fucking hear it, or something like that, or if it's all distorted and garbled or whatever, if you can't really hear
They
what you.
tend to sound like chipmunks. It is what it is, though, isn't it?
Yeah, fuck it. So yeah, hope you enjoy that, and I hope somehow doing this in some way leads to like a fuck more likes and comments, and
You just
somewhere down the
have
line,
to
people buying a hat.
keep going with it. Keep getting
Keep going.
people involved, and you'll get there. You're quite a good interviewer, to be honest.
Well, keep going.
You have your own like.
I don't want to interview people. I just want to have a chat.
Chat.
I just want to have a chat
Yeah.
and talk shit. I want to give people a chance. This is about you or whoever's next. I'm doing this to put other people over. This is about other people. It's not about me. I don't want people to like and follow me. I want people to like and follow Happy Alien Photography. I want people to like and follow Delirium Tremors from last week. I've been there, done that, tried doing the music thing, failed miserably. Maybe not miserably. I feel like I failed at that, given that up. Do feel like I have an eye for cool shit, an eye and an ear for cool shit, and feel like my niche now is the best thing I can do is find some cool shit for myself, do what I can to just big that up.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm quite good at that. Eventually,
like
people will learn. If you want to know where the cool stuff is,
yeah.
If you want some cool stuff but you can't find it, if you can find me, I'll be your guide.
Oh yeah,
coolest
definitely.
shit around.
It's like when you like make posts about movies, and it's like, oh, I haven't seen this movie in years. It's like it just reminds you, doesn't it? Like, oh, this like still exists. It's like I want to watch that right now.
Yeah.
So it's like you've got an eye for it.
That's just the most basic day-to-day stuff I can do. I was just saying, if we had more time, if I wasn't working a full-time job, if I didn't have bills to pay, if I didn't need to, if there's not enough hours in the day, I need to actually watch the shit. I need to get the inspiration for stuff. Then I need to go to work. I need to do housework. I need to pay bills. Then I need to actually do that whole Snick thing. I want to spend an hour and a half doing this with someone, and I just wish I could do this all the time. Just this. Pay me for this, and then I'd be dancing. Then I'd be dancing. Yeah, moving, grooving. Keep trying to sit down. You hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. We're gonna go, kids. I'm gonna let her go. She got a big day tomorrow. She's been fantastic. This has been wonderful. It's been wonderful. It's actually the first time we've spoken. A few texts back and forth, but the first time we've kind of done this.
It's like my first live. It's like it inspired me to do more lives now, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm sure people will watch me create something. I'll probably talk about random crap or like do voices as I do. The people who I talk to know what I'm like.
That's what for future reference. That's how all of these are going to end up. Whoever I've got on, whatever they do, it's going to start off really well with all the kind of hard sell promotion. This is what they do. This is what they're all about, and it's great. And we're going to be like all the passion and the love of art, and then it's just going to be like random bollocks. But that's real life. That's real life. That's who we are. We're people. Artists are people too. Aliens are people too. God damn it.
We are.
Hey, seriously, we're going to call it a day. Thanks everybody watching. Thanks everybody in the comments. I hope you've had a good time. Have you had a good time, Mel?
Oh, indeed. Fun.
I've had a great time. We'll do this again sometime. We'll come back around. We'll give it a while. We'll give it a while. I'll if you're happy to come back, I'm happy to have you back. Certainly something we'll do. So But for now, I'm going to say good night.
Oh, good night.
Right there. Wherever you are. The truth is out there, kids. Happy alien photography. Happy alien photography. Happy alien photography. Happy alien photography. Happy alien photography.
We